Eric Garcetti, US President Joe Biden's nominee for next envoy to New Delhi, has said that he intends to double down on Washington's efforts to strengthen India's capacity to secure its borders. Stating that India is situated in a tough neighborhood, Garcetti said that if confirmed as envoy, I intend to double down on our efforts to strengthen India's capacity to secure its borders and deter aggression through counterterrorism coordination. Garcetti, who currently serves as the mayor of Los Angeles, appeared before the US Senate Foreign Relations Committee for confirmation on Tuesday. The 50-year-old stressed on how India is seen as a key partner in its effort to push back against China. Few nations are more vital to the future of American security and prosperity than India, Garcetti said. He also noted that the US India relationship should be underpinned by a common commitment to democracy, human rights, and civil society. There would inevitably areas of friction, he said, citing India's purchase of Russian defense equipment and democratic backsliding and discrimination against religious minorities. Responding to questions related to human rights in India, Garcetti assured the lawmakers that he would personally be talking to various stakeholders in India on this issue. I would not only just bring it up, but it would not be something at the end as an obligation. It will be a core piece of what I'll be engaging my Indian counterparts have confirmed with, he said.
Confirmed, I will endeavor to advance our ambitious bilateral partnership, united by a shared vision of a free, an open, and inclusive Indo-Pacific region. Even with a pandemic, our bilateral trade this year is expected to break a record. And if confirmed, I intend to champion an ambitious economic partnership with India to reduce market barriers, to bolster free trade, and to generate good middle-class American jobs. We all know India is situated in a tough neighborhood. If confirmed, I will extend efforts to strengthen India's capacity to secure its border, to defend its sovereignty, to counter terrorism, and to deter aggression. We'll do that through information sharing, counterterrorism coordination, joint freedom of navigation patrols, and military exercises, which I have witnessed personally with my brave Indian counterparts, as well as sales of our best defense technologies in order to fully realize the potential of our major defense partnership. As an aside, I want to express my condolences to the Indian people and armed forces for the loss of Chief of Defense Staff General Bipin Rawat last week, who was a hero to his nation and a good friend to ours. If confirmed, I will work to advance partnerships in space, science, and flight, as well as other critical and emerging technologies. And as Senator Padilla mentioned, I've chaired C40, which is a global network of mayors from the largest cities of the world, to confront global climate change and to share the experience of LA, which is on track to be fully renewable power by 2035. And if confirmed, I will work closely with India to confront global climate change and to share the experience of LA, which is on track to be fully renewable power by 2035. And if confirmed, I will work closely with India on a similarly bold approach to promoting green energy through the International Solar Alliance and through the Agenda 2030 Climate and Clean Energy Partnership. But my friends, in the end, the bedrock of our relationship are the warm and deep ties between our peoples. They connect our nations, and it's embodied best perhaps by the 4 million strong Indian American diaspora I know in each of your states. It strengthens our nation. It serves at the highest level, including our vice president, and the nearly 200,000 Indian students and tens of thousands of Indian professionals contribute every single day to the strength of this country. And in addition, respect for human rights and strong democratic institutions are key elements of our relationship and values that are enshrined in both of our constitutions. And if confirmed, I will engage regularly and respectfully with the Indian government on these issues. Lastly, I acknowledge the weight and honor of responsibility of Chief of Mission for the welfare of hundreds of U.S. and thousands of locally employed staff at Embassy Delhi and our 4 consulates in India, in addition to the 950,000 U.S. citizens who reside in India. And I want to assure this committee there will be no higher priority than their safety and security. Chairman Menendez, Ranking Member Risch, thank you for the opportunity to share this testimony. And finally, let me say I recognize, I respect, and I relish the role of Congress in advancing our leadership. And I can't wait to regularly engage with you